Thank you for revisiting Night Math Academy videos. Logical reasoning. In this video, we're going to talk about multiple level questions asked under this category. This is one of the very widely used tools to frame different kind of question in a competitive test. The rationale behind multiple level questions is to check the mathematical principle application of a student and how logically the steps are applied to figure out the solution to a problem. My request to the students would be to please try and simplify the question. Understand the ask. Sometimes the question can be too lengthy or wordy. As a result, it can be confusing. There is no harm in rereading the question multiple times. Make note of the available data which can help you to frame a structure in trying to find a solution. And yes, please don't forget the basics of math, especially the formulas and math concepts. Alphanumerical series, clocks, or cause and effect are some of the examples which fall under logical reasoning. Question 16, year 2017. This question carries 4 marks. Which number should be written in the circle with the question mark? So you can see the figure here, and there are multiple numbers and signs provided, and this is what we have been asked to find out, the number in this circle with the question mark. This is where the basic understanding of math come into picture. We are aware about the multiplication principle of a zero. Any number which is multiplied by a zero leads to a zero. This principle will help us to find out the rest of the numbers and eventually the number which is available in this question mark circle. So using that principle, we can see that any number multiplied by 0, we will get 0 in the circle. If you add 6, the number adds up to 6. If you multiply 6 by 4, the number turns up to be 24. If you subtract 15 from 24, the number what you have is 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. And that's your answer. The answer is option D. Question 19, year 2018. This carries 5 points. The rooms in Kanga's house are numbered. Eva enters the house through the main entrance. Eva has to walk through the rooms in such a way that each room that she enters has a number higher than the previous one. Through which door does Eva leave the house? So these are different rooms. This is her starting point and this is her exit. The place through which she exits is the right answer, provided it meets the condition of a room, the subsequent room, to be higher than the previous room. It's an increasing number strategy. Now, with such kind of solution, there are multiple trials and error. And since it's a quick one, we should try different options and see if it is the right answer. So let's start with number 1. She goes to number 2, then to 4, 6, 9, and 12. So till here, it is meeting the increasing number condition. However, post this room, she can either go here or here to exit, but both the numbers are smaller than number 12. So this does not meet our requirement. Let's try another route. Eva tries from 1, 9, 10, and now she is stuck because none of the rooms around it is a higher number. Let's try a third attempt. 1, 3, 4, 6. Same here. The subsequent rooms after this are less number than number 6. Let's try another route. 1, 3, 5, 9. Stuck again. Let me try again. 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. She can exit, and she did meet all the conditions of a subsequent room to be higher. This is the diagrammic representation of the route where Eva exits from room D. Answer is option D. Question 18, year 2018. In order to slay a dragon, Matthias has to cut off all of its heads. As soon as he has cut off 3 heads, a new one grows back immediately. After Matthias has cut off 13 heads, the dragon is dead. How many heads did the dragon have initially? So this question carries 5 marks, and it is one of the very typical logical reasoning problem. They have given you hints in the question. You need to try and simplify the question and ask from this problem. Use the basics of math principles and try and find the solution. So let's see what are the conditions available in the question. The first condition which is available here is as soon as he has cut off 3 heads, a new one grows back, which means after every third head is been cut off, a new head pops up. And the dragon is dead after his 13th head is cut off. Okay, so these two numbers, if you look at it, 13 and 3, both are odd numbers. So keeping that in mind, there is a quite possible that the answer is also an odd number, because the pattern in which the dragon is dead or the number of head which pops up, both the numbers are odd numbers. So let's keep that principle handy. Let's start using that as one of the condition, that the number could be, the solution number could be an odd number. Now let's look at the second condition if available in this question. It says as soon as he cut off 3 heads, a new one grows back immediately, which means the number, the initial number, should be divisible by 3. So keeping these two conditions in mind, the divisible factor of 3 and odd number, let's analyze the available answers. Option B and option D both are odd numbers. However, option D is not divisible by 3. That leaves us only with option B. We can't go with option E because even if it's divisible by 3, but this is not an odd number. So let's consider option B could be the possible answer, and let's analyze if it meets all the requirements of how Matthias went about slaying the dragon. Now, this is the diagrammic representation of our thought process. These are the original 9 heads which the dragon had. Every third head, when was cut off, a new head popped up. So for the second row, this is the new head, and for the third row, this is the new head. Once Matthias cuts off all these 3 new heads and another head pops up, Matthias cuts this head as well, and there is no new head post that. Where that means we are assuming the dragon is dead. Let's count this number. 9 head which was originally available, 3 new head which popped up because 3 heads were cut off, and a new head after cutting off these 3 heads. So if we add the number 9 plus 3 plus 1, it comes to 13, which is what the question is suggesting, that after the 13th head of the dragon was cut, the dragon is dead, and that's why there is no more new heads. So our initial assumption that option 9 could be our answer works out. So that's what would be the option for this answer for this question. That's option B, and answer is 9. The dragon had 9 heads initially. Question 21, year 2018. This question carries 5 points. A belt can be joined together in 5 different ways. How many centimeter is the belt longer if it is only closed in the first hole instead of in all 5 holes? They have given us this belt. They have shown us how the belt was secured. Now let's simplify the question. It asks us to say how many centimeter is the belt longer. It's asking us how many centimeter the belt became longer because the way it was secured. It's not asking us to find out how long the belt is, because that's something which we cannot find out from the available information. But yes, we can definitely find out how many centimeters did the belt go longer the way it was secured. Okay, it also tells us the distance between these 2 holes and these 2 what do you call, a tool to secure the belt. The buttons are same, it's 2 centimeter. Okay, so here they have shown how the belt was secured. So when the hook was put in the first hole, how long did the belt go longer? If the hook was put in the last hole, that's the 5th hole, how long would the belt would be longer? That's not that would have been a different kind of question. But here they have asked us, the hook is held in the first hole, so the belt has gone longer from here to here. Let me explain this one more time. If this hook was put in the 5th hole, the belt could have been secured also. But here the hook, instead of being put in the 5th hole, it's been secured in the first hole. So how longer the belt has gone determines the position it has changed from if the hook was put in the 5th hole against the hook when it was put in the first hole, which means the belt has gone longer from here till here. That's the diagrammatic representation here, from here till here. That's how the belt has become longer by putting the hook in the first hole. We know that each of the centimeter here is the distance between these 2 holes is 2 centimeter. So let's count the number of holes or number of sections. If we multiply with the centimeter for each section, we get the final answer, which is there are 4 sections. That's 1, 2, 3 and 4. So these 4 sections multiply by 2, we get answer 8. And that's what the answer for this question is. The option is B, and the belt has gone 8 centimeter longer when the hook is put in the first hole instead of the 5th hole. That's our answer, kids.